The Indiana Fever are that golden destination, and I can't help but laugh to the fans and the people online and the media commentators, unfortunately, who said that nobody wanted to play in Indiana. That doesn't make any sense.
Remember when Cheryl Swoops ran her mouth about the Indiana Fever while DeWanna Bonner just broke her 6-month Twitter silence? And she didn't come back with a casual "hey, I'm back" post. No, she returned with a statement so strong that it sent shock waves through the entire WNBA. Not only is she officially signing with the Fever, but she's also dismantling one of the most ridiculous narratives floating around the league, the idea that Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever fans are somehow toxic. That myth, consider it destroyed.
Also joining a team that's just impressive. I think everybody's seen the second half of their season, and it was an unbelievable season, and I just felt like they had a dynamic core, and I just wanted to be another puzzle piece into what they had, and hopefully I can give my knowledge, my leadership, and give it to these young players, so when I retire they can pass the.
You might be thinking, wait a minute, isn't this the team that supposedly no one wants to play for? The one players are allegedly avoiding? Well, Bonner isn't buying into that nonsense. She saw the baseless takes from Cheryl Swoops, the endless debates raging on social media, and all the tired talking points that have been pushed since Clark entered the league. And instead of just sitting back and letting it slide, Bonner decided it was time to shut it all down and tell the truth.
They do, peeps. Cheryl Swoops is been missing. Cheryl Swoops is MIA. They got a APB out for Cheryl Swoops. If you see Cheryl Swoops, she did a lot of talking a few months ago about the Indiana Fever, the locker room environment, how people didn't want to play there, how people wanted to leave.
From the moment DeWanna Bonner put on an Indiana Fever jersey, she sent shockwaves through the WNBA. And it's not hard to see why she isn't just here to play, she's here to lead with one mission in mind, turning the Fever into a legitimate championship contender. But amidst all the excitement around her signing, one name keeps coming up in every conversation: Caitlin Clark. Every time Bonner talks about her new squad, you can see the enthusiasm in her eyes when she mentions the rookie sensation who has already taken the league by storm.
A smart player. You already see what she's done in her rookie season, and I think she gets the ball to people in the right positions to help them be successful, so that's huge. And I'm hoping that I can give her a little bit more leadership and knowledge for her to understand this league a little bit better, and like I said, when playoffs hit, she'll be.
If you're wondering why this interview made such an impact, it's simple. WNBA veterans don't usually hand out this kind of praise to first players. Rookies are expected to prove themselves, earn their keep, and maybe, just maybe, get a shout out from a legend. But Bonner, she couldn't stop raving about Clark's court vision, her game-changing ability, and the excitement of sharing the floor with her that speaks volumes. Bonner has played with legends, battled against Hall of Famers, and won championships, so when she says a young player, especially, she sees something brewing in Indiana.
DeWanna, so why was this the right opportunity for you?
I just feel like it was the location for one. My kids are literally right up the road, and I've spent a lot of time away from them, so that and the core that they have here now is just kind of want to fit in, be another piece to the puzzle, and hopefully bring the energy dynamic and take us to a different level in the playoffs.
Now let's clear something up. Bonner's decision to sign with the Fever wasn't just about basketball. Moving closer to her children was a key factor, and that's completely understandable. But let's not pretend that's the only reason. When we looked at Indiana's young core, Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Lexi Hall, she saw something undeniable. It wasn't just talent, it was hunger, grit, and a team ready to break through the Fever's fight. During their playoff push last season stood out to her, and she knew she wanted to be part of that journey.
We're hungry. I think we're a hungry group, so I'm just excited to get out there with everybody and get the final roster, because I'm pretty sure there's more things in the works in free agents, so I'm just kind of sit back and waiting, but I can't wait for April 27th is training camp. I got to mark down and get out here with everyone and set our goals. And
if there's anyone who understands what it takes to win in the postseason, it's DeWanna Bonner. She holds the WNBA record for most playoff minutes and games played. She's been in the trenches, survived elimination battles, and lifted trophies. When a player of her stature sees potential in a team and actively chooses to join them, it's not a decision made lightly, it's a calculated move because she sees something real.
She's just a smart player. You already see what she's done in her rookie season, and I think she gets the ball to people in the right positions to help them be successful, so that's huge. And I'm hoping that I can give her a little bit more leadership and knowledge for her to understand this league a little bit better, and like I said, when playoffs hit, she'll be ready.
She's just a smart player. You already see what she's done in her rookie season, And I think she gets the ball to people in the right positions to help them be successful, so that's huge. And I'm hoping that I can give her a little bit more leadership and knowledge for her to understand this league a little bit better. And like I said, when playoffs hit, Sheila be ready. And Bonner isn't here just to be another veteran presence, she's here to change the culture. She's already talking about bringing a championship mindset to Indiana, raising expectations, and pushing her teammates to levels they haven't reached before. The only real question isn't if she'll make an impact, but how massive that impact will be. Our first game in Indiana, we got to get a win. Picture Bonner stepping onto the court with this young, hungry Fever squad, with Aaliyah Boston dominating the paint, Caitlin Clark running the show, and Kelsey Mitchell lighting up the scoreboard. Bonner's presence takes them to another level. Her versatility allows her to defend, score, and be the veteran leader, guiding them through the highs and lows of a WNBA season. This isn't just about adding another talented player, it's about shifting the entire identity of the team.
Excites you the most about this team that you're going to be joining?
I mean, they have dynamic pieces in CC and Kelsey Mitchell and AB and Lexi Hall. I mean, they have a great core, so why not just add to that and try to take us to the next level in the playoffs. They were in first round, and I played against them in the first round, and the way they came back the second game, it just makes you excited to, okay, I want to be a part of that. They didn't lay down and quit. They came back and actually try to beat us early, that.
What's truly impressive is how much Bonner is investing in her new teammates. She's not just showing up and going through the motions. She's studying game film, talking strategy, and figuring out how to elevate Clark, Boston, and Mitchell to their highest potential. She sees the Fever as a puzzle, one that's almost complete, and she just might be the final piece that turns them into something truly unstoppable.
Hopefully I can make her job a little easier and she can make mine a little easier, but I think she's a great person, and we been kind of connecting here. We had a great workout this morning and it was fun. She's a fun kid.
Let's talk about DeWanna Bonner's chemistry with Caitlin Clark.
Let's talk about DeWanna Bonner's chemistry with Caitlin Clark. Bonner has played alongside some of the greatest guards in WNBA history, but she sees something truly special in Clark. It's not just her deep shooting range or her ability to just set up teammates, it's her relentless competitive drive. Clark approaches every game like she has something to prove, and Bonner respects that mentality. She's already thinking of ways to help Clark elevate her game to an even higher level, and considering Clark is already smashing records left and right, that should send a chill down the spine of every team in the league.
Kind of went on this crazy run, and they were the most well-gelled team at that time. They went from the bottom straight, and they just kept trending, and it was like one of those teams you're like, man, you don't want to really see them in the playoffs. So we got the matchup, and I think our experience helped us very well. But that second game, they came out, and it was like, they just kind of went on this trajectory that was just like on the rise, and it was literally Fever on the rise during right after All-Star. So that's exciting. That's exciting for me to see, and that kind of helped me with my.
Last season gave us glimpses of what the Fever could become. Their late season surge showed promise. But now with Bonner in the mix, the stakes have changed. This isn't just about growth anymore. It's about winning. Bonner understands what it takes to build a championship team, and she's bringing that knowledge to Indiana's young, hungry roster.
That experience to a young, maturing team, what can you provide?
I'm hoping that I can provide a little bit of leadership, but I feel like they're a team that last year helped them a lot and understand the dynamics of playoffs. It's a whole different ball game when playoffs come, and I feel like they're a young team, but they're a good team, and hopefully I can just provide the knowledge and explain playoffs to them a little bit better so we can be better prepared and don't get punched in the face the first game. And it's hard to come back when you do that the first game. It's hard to come back and try to win 2 straight against a veteran team. So I think that.
Think back to that intense playoff push the Fever made last year. They showed grit, resilience, and flashes of brilliance. But what they lacked was experience, someone who's been through deep playoff runs, who knows how to handle high-pressure moments, and who can lead a team when it matters most. That's exactly what Bonner brings to the table. She's not just excited to team up with Clark, she's determined to make her even better. Clark took the league by storm as a rookie, but in Bonner's eyes, she's only scratch the surface of what she can do. That's some serious praise from a player who has watched the WNBA evolve for years. Bonner sees Clark not just as an elite shooter or playmaker, but as the type of player who makes everyone around her better. And with Bonner's veteran presence guiding her, the possibilities are limitless.
How important was familiarity and those relationships as you're making this decision?
It's huge for me because I do have 2 kids, and I want to be comfortable, and I want to make sure that I'm going to be taken care of, on and off the court. So Steph just made it easy. I don't have to learn a whole new system in year 15. So that's huge. And I feel like they just put me in great positions on the court that makes me successful and took my game to a different level.
But Clark isn't the only one who will benefit. Aaliyah Boston, Indiana's young star in the paint, is about to take her game to new heights with Bonner mentoring her. Boston is already on track to become a dominant force in the WNBA, but having an experienced veteran like Bonner in her corner will only speed up her development. And let's not overlook Kelsey Mitchell, one of the most underappreciated scorers in the league. With Clark drawing defenders and Bonner creating space, Mitchell could be gearing up for the best season of her career.
I'm excited for them. I'm excited for this franchise. I think they deserve it. It's kind of crazy how you see how it happened in a year. You went from just a little fans in the stands to a sold out arena everywhere, even on the road. It's crazy. I was telling Kelly, like in the playoffs, it almost felt like it was you guys' home game in Connecticut because there was so many fans that came out. So now just credit to them, credit to this organization, credit to this team, and I'm excited to see what the future holds.
So what does all of this mean for Indiana? It's simple. They're not just here to make noise, they're here to shake up the league. Bonner isn't just another veteran addition. She's a culture changer. She's played at the highest level. She's won championships. And now she's bringing that pedigree to a young team, ready to take the next step. Her leadership experience and unwavering belief in her teammates might be the missing piece that propels the Fever into serious contention. It's just been pretty cool too. I'm just happy that I can still be a part of, and I'm happy that I'm still wanted, in different organizations and have the free agency that I had. And I'm coming to probably one of the best friend bases in the world right now. So I'm pretty honored to do that.
It's just been pretty cool to see. I'm just happy that I can still be a part of it. I'm happy that I'm still wanted, in different organizations and have the free agency that I had. And I'm coming to probably one of the best fan bases in the world right now. So I'm pretty honored to do.
This season isn't just another stepping stone for Indiana. It's a bold statement. And with Bonner leading the charge alongside Clark, Boston, and Mitchell, that message is clear. The Fever are no longer a rebuilding project. They're a legitimate threat.
You're one of the most fiery competitors in the league. Caitlin Clark is already establishing herself as one of those. You two had a moment in the playoffs, but I know you feel like that moment actually shows how well you guys can fit together too, right?
I think it's just two competitors going at it. It's the playoffs, so you're trying to get any way to win that game, to get to the
Clip 15. And remember that fiery clash between Clark and Bonner during last year's playoffs for DeWanna Bonner. That showdown wasn't just another hard-fought battle. It was a defining moment of two relentless competitors pushing each other to the limit. We were both going all out, refusing to back down, Bonner recalled. But now, instead of being on opposite sides, she gets to stand alongside Clark, working toward the same goal that Shift and Dynamic has. Bonner genuinely excited for what's ahead.